What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for your Twitter reactions to Celtic 6, Livingston 0 at Celtic Park in the penultimate home league game of the season. We'll start tonight with John McGatchy. Elyounoussi has revelled in his role since Lennon left. Good performance all round. Forrest makes a huge difference to the width in our play. I think James Forrest, you can see his impact since he's come back into the team. That natural width really helps us. We don't have enough wingers. That's one of the reasons that we've struggled so much this season. I don't want to play into this narrative that if James Forrest had been fit all season, then the season would have been totally different. I don't believe that, but we're a much better team with James Forrest in it, and to have him on the right hand side, Elyounoussi on the left, the movement is much better. There's a lot more fluidity. We created so many chances today, but more importantly, because we've been creating chances, more importantly today, we showed a clinical, ruthless edge and we put 6 of them away. Again, it could have been 8 or 9. McCrory in the Livingston goal didn't have a bad game. He made a few good saves. Could have been even more, but it was just nice to be entertained by the team today. It was a slow start in the game, but after the first goal, we did start to pick up tempo. And then into that second half, the first 15-20 minutes of the second half were probably the most entertained I've been watching Celtic all season. And the season's been so bad that you're almost surprised to be entertained by free-flowing attacking football, scoring goals. It was just nice. It was just a change, and hopefully it does our confidence the world of good going into next week. Edward and Ashton 10, better, unsure as to how poor Livy were. We appeared hungry together and urgent. Next week is the actual test. I touched on this briefly in the full-time reaction video there with Declan and Chris. I think Livingston played with a bit more freedom. The shackles were off for them. They're in the top 6. They've been to a cup final. They're probably on their holidays already, to be fair. I don't think there was much expected of them today, and I think that meant that they came and had more of a go at us than they would usually. So maybe that did make it easier for us to play. I know they were man for man at times, and when you've got better players all over the pitch, man for man just doesn't work. And we did one over the top of them, but because of how this season's been, I don't want to take anything away for that performance, because I think the general level of performance since Kennedy took over has been much better. We've just been lacking the end product, lacking the right final pass, lacking the finish. But today we weren't, and I'm happy that we chalked up 6 goals, because as I say, it will do our confidence the world of good going into next week. And it was just nice to see a Celtic team play some free-flowing attacking football and win really comfortably. We haven't seen that enough this season. Boy BKK, best we've played all season after a slow start in the first half. Moy was excellent and easily worth £5 million if he can play like that in most games. I think Elyounoussi today was the best player in the park by a mile. James Forrest was good. Obviously came off with injury. I hope he's fine for next week. I think it looks like he will be. It was just a precaution, I think John Kennedy said after the game. But Elyounoussi today was head and shoulders above everyone else in the park. Scored 2 absolutely beautiful goals. 2 different goals. The first one for outside the box. Curling, great power, great technique. Just a wonderful goal. And then the second one, never panics, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Very reminiscent of his goal last week against Falkirk. McCrory's come out, rushing at his feet, and he's just dinked it over him. Showed class all day. He's intelligent. Mohamed Elyounoussi, I think he's a great player, and I think under the right management at Celtic, he could be a huge, huge asset. Played in the right position consistently. And as I say, with the right coaching and the right setup, he could be a fantastic player for us. If he is worth $5 million, if Southampton are only asking for $5 million, we should be offering to pay it. I think if he is available for that price, there'll be other suitors, maybe clubs who can pay more in wages than we can, but hopefully because he's been here for 2 seasons, he has developed some sort of relationship with the club, and hopefully he wants to come back, because I agree that if he's £5 million, and we've got that, we should pay it, because he could be a huge asset for us with a new manager. Thomas, CFC, the team have finally found a way to be clinical, something we've missed since John Kennedy took over. We've certainly missed Forrest this season, and we need to make it a priority to sign Elyounoussi permanently. If we play like that in the Cup, provided we defend set pieces, we'll win. I think looking ahead to next week, it's just brilliant to get a really comfortable win and a good performance. To rack up 6 goals, keep a clean sheet, will do everybody's confidence the world of good. If Forrest is fit, I would expect us to go to Ibrox with the same starting 11 next weekend. And it's obviously a much tougher game. There's a lot more at stake, because the 2 teams today have nothing really to play for, nothing material to play for in the league. But next week is do or die. It's a cup tie, and I think it can only help us that we performed so well today and scored so many goals. I think we do have to concentrate on the defending next week. The set pieces, we've lost every single goal to Rangers this season has been from a set piece. Even Goldson's second one at Celtic Park back in October, that was from the second phase of a corner. We have to be concentrated at set pieces. We have to defend properly. But if we can play the way we did against them at Celtic Park a couple of weeks ago, and put away the chances, then we've got a great chance of winning. There's no doubt about that. We'll finish tonight with Kieran Cochrane. A slow start, but overall a good performance. The best of the season, in my opinion. We have seen more reasons to sign Elyounoussi for $5 million. That's Elyounoussi, the name on everybody's lips today, because he was brilliant and you can really see his qualities. And as I said earlier on, if he is available for $5 million, we should do everything we can to bring him back to the club permanently, because I don't even think we've seen the best of him yet. He's got great goal scoring numbers this season. As I say, he can play in a number of positions, but that's been to his detriment because he's sometimes been played out of position where it's not really suited to him. Certainly not in this system and the way the team has performed this season. But if we can get him in his correct position under a new manager, I think he could be huge for us. And if he's $5 million, we've got to go and try and get him. That'll do us for today. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next week for the build-up to the big one at Ibrox. Cheers.